All right, so it's been maybe a week or two since I planted these potatoes, and they are starting to green up. So I'm gonna let them hang out for a little bit, give them a little water, and um, heal them up, which means to add more soil. Sorry, I'm a little stuck to this plant here. It grabbed onto my locks here. Okay. Hi, welcome back to Cooking at Sunset Together. I'm outside in the garden and my potatoes have started to sprout up, so I am going to heal them up a little bit. Um, Beautiful raspberries have already started to turn, so that's exciting. So I'll show you what I did. I have a mixture of some topsoil, some mushroom compost, and some chicken manure that I'm going to be adding to the top of this. Okay, so these potatoes have been growing, I think, for about a month. Um, so I cut them in half and I put them down and I added some more soil. I am getting ready to plant some potatoes and it's been a little while. They've sprouted out. I've already placed them in the ground here. This is in a container so that I can make sure I can heal up, which means to bring the soil level up and up and up the more they grow. So, I have a little soil here. I'm going to just cover them up about 3 inches and then water and wait. So now they're coming up. And the next step to do is called Hilling Up, Hill. And you just add soil around it very gently. You don't want to just throw it on there and smush them down. Because right here, where all these little side shoots are coming up, is where more potatoes will come up. So go ahead and get into that. So gingerly just sprinkle it around until it gets to be about 1 inch above the ground. I think this is, I want to call it 3 inches. Um, and allow for the shoots to go ahead and do their thing. This is my kind of second time growing potatoes. The first time I did them, I was anxious and did not wait long enough for them to um, build out and the flower to sprout and they fall over on their own. So get this one done just enough and then we'll go ahead and show you how the next one is done. So as you can see, it's building up a hill, which is why it's called Healing Up. And I'm gonna just leave enough of this green for the plant to continue to create photosynthesis and feed itself. So we'll get that and we'll do the other side right now. Okay, I'm gonna get this other one done on this side. Gotta use 2 hands. Just gingerly adding more soil. Like I said, you don't want to just plop it on there because then you break down the branches. These are to grow again, and I'm gonna just keep doing this throughout the season. Put my hand there so it won't break the branches off. Again, this is a mixture of compost, a mushroom compost, a chicken manure, and topsoil. I also added some Epsom salt so that it can take up the nutrients that are in all of this. Get it underneath and all around. So potatoes can keep growing. These are red potatoes, little tiny red potatoes, which I love. I did do a recipe that has spinach and red potatoes, just cannot get enough of it. So since I love it, I'm going to just keep on growing it. So I'm going to leave those how they are. If you want to get a close up of that. So these potatoes have just been healed up. They've been growing for about a month. I'm going to just keep coming out here and checking on them. I'll dust them off, of course, so that they won't get damaged. But yeah, I'm super excited about this because this is the first time I've done them properly. Other times I was just too anxious, and I planted them in a shallow bed, and this is a much deeper bed. It's about a, let's say, 20-gallon container that I found, and started with about 1 inch of soil, and now we're at 5 to 6 inches of soil. So we'll let them grow a bit more and show you the progress of them. Cooking at sunset together. Look at these potatoes. They have grown so much more. They've grown up so much since we healed them up about 2-3 weeks ago. I need to come out here and do it again, and maybe even give them a water because it's been a little while. But you can see how far down. That's a couple of layers right there. We'll update you in a moment. All right, I've got my potatoes that I need to heal up. Please excuse my arugula right next to it, and the family of spiders that just love it out here in this garden. So the last time I showed you this, these potatoes were about 5 or 6 inches high. They seem to be maybe 14 inches up high now, and I'm going to heal them up again today. Don't know if you can see all the way down into there, but they're looking very happy, very healthy, and we're going to get them healed up today. Give them a nice little water, not too much. But yeah, see how it goes down into the darkness. Okay, I need to plant some peas right now. So I got this big bucket, and I put some broken terracotta down at the bottom for drainage, so all of the soil won't leak out. And I'm going to go ahead and add the seeds that I have. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to fill it up to the top, add some peas in here, water them in, and hopefully it grows up very well. Okay, I have the soil at the bottom, and before I put more soil, I'm going to add a little bit more drainage so I won't have any waterlogged issues. Have this little container of pebbles here, just a little bit so that nothing gets all crazy. Okay, I'm going to add some more soil to the top and show you how I add the peas. Okay, so this soil has been raised all the way to the top. I'm going to just add a couple of things to amend the soil, and that would be a little bit of mushroom compost. I'm going to go and put maybe 2 or 3. I'm going to do 3, I think, because this is a pretty big bin. Spades full of this mix. Then I'm going to add some chicken manure, so I'll come back to you with that. Okay, now I have the chicken manure, and I'm going to add probably the same amount, 3 spades full, and mix it all up, 1 and 2, and then 1 more. You see the difference in color right there. Okay, that's chicken manure on top. I had some mushroom compost, and the rest of this is topsoil. So I'll mix this in, and then I'll probably add some I can't think of the words. Some Epsom salt, so that once the seeds are inhaled, they'll get the nutrients that they need. I'm gonna flatten that down a little bit, and I'm gonna put up a cage around it because peas will grow up the vine, and they'll have something to grow onto as they send their tendrils out. So I'll do this, and then I'll come back and show you the seeds. Okay, we have our pot ready. I just sprinkled a little bit of Epsom salt. We're going to sprinkle some more and then work it into the soil. Not too much, but just enough. I'll flatten it down. Going to add a cage and then the seeds. Okay? Okay, this is the pot now that I've added the cage. It's a standard tomato cage, but the other ones are being occupied that are smaller. So I'll just stick with this. I'm going to add our seeds in now. We'll show you that process as well. These are Oregon sugar pods. They're going to create a beautiful, um, vine. I'm going to actually spread these out a little better. And I don't push it down too far, just enough to where it's covered by the soil. Just spreading these all around, and then I'll water them and let them do their thing. I have a little, this I should have taken out, but there are so many here that I look forward to having a lot of peas. It's a little late in the season, but that is quite all right. I think I'm gonna leave them covered underneath my patio over here, just so that it doesn't get too soggy. This soil was actually quite moist, so I'm just going to do a light watering. I'll put some over here in the middle. As you can see, it's not too far down that I'm putting it, so just deep enough. You can see it still and cover it up just a little bit. And hopefully we'll see these pop up within a week or two. And we'll have some delicious sugar pods. I might have spread out too many right here, but that's all right. I can always take them out. So thank you for watching. I'm going to take the rest of those out, but this is basically how I prepare my soil for these pods. Okay, I just planted these sugar pods. They are snap peas. I'm going to water them and then do a little pest control, because I have learned my lesson from the last couple of things, and that is that I cannot wait very long in order for them to be getting things done. Okay, so now that that's watered, I'm going to add a little cinnamon on top, and then I'm going to come back and add a little bit of red cayenne pepper. Okay, that will help to keep the bugs away. Just a little bit, and done. It looks a little strange, but that's okay. As those start to come up, they'll be protected.